from Carmen Lucille. So I'll break this down into three points basically. So she said, I'm really interested in the hormonal aspects of nutrition and training and how it affects our long-term health. Second, also nutrient deficiency and supplements, not workout supplements specifically, just for overall health and longevity. And then third, I'm also 9 months pregnant, so I'd love to hear info about nutrition while nursing. I know that it might not be your area of expertise, which is not correct. But no one that I have found talks about it. Okay, cool. So I want to unpack this, right? So we'll start with one. So the question of hormonal aspects of nutrition and training and how it affects our long-term health. There's like too many different hormones to kind of like say hormones, do this or that, Neither of them are good or bad. Like we have every single hormone for a purpose.
Right.
First of all.
This is a very loaded question.
For sure, yeah.
Is like extremely complex.
Yeah. So we basically can't answer this question, but honestly. But like in reality, there's your hormones. There's a bunch of different ones of them. They can be too high, they can be too low, and neither is usually a good thing. And it's also about the ratio, right? If we're looking at estrogen and progesterone, like it's not that either one of them is good or bad. We need to look at the context once again, right? What phase are we in? How high are they compared to the other? How low, etc. Cortisol too. Like it's not bad. We need cortisol.
And like because I'm trying to like read this question a little bit more. So I'm really interested in the hormonal aspects of nutrition training. So from that standpoint, so like your hormones are impacted by both. Okay. Training, they can definitely affect training, good and bad. Right. So like, when it comes to training, like, if we're under fueling or overtraining, again, it can go either way. It can be both. We're going to see negative effects on hormones, and that is going to then impact your training, right? So your performance, your recovery, your lifting, you could end up getting weaker, you could get slower. We could see menstrual cycle going wonky, and then now we're messing with like, bone and tendon health, way more risk of injury when we are the training just isn't ideal or like in the right place, right? So underfueling, overtraining. And then it kind of is the same with nutrition. So like our food choices definitely affect our hormonal health, in terms of like quality of food and nutrients and things like that, like directly play into thyroid health. And then again, it's kind of the same thing where like if we're under eating, like chronically under eating, we're going to see down regulations in hormones. If we're overeating, same type of thing. Like for a male, for example, if a male has like a lot of body fat, we can see that testosterone is going to be a little bit lower, and I don't know, a little bit little, could be very low. It just depends on the person. And then we can see higher estrogen in men, which we don't want that. And then again, it can come to like, if we're under fueling for females, like we can lose your cycle. If we have the proper dose of proper food, the quality of the food, quantity of the food, and we're training at the proper dose for us, that specific person, hormones are probably going to be in the best place there. And then obviously like managing stress, right? Like what lifestyle is looking like. Cause like now you can go into like, okay, sleep's going to affect your hormones. And then, everything is intertwined. So like it can go in so many different directions, just depending on like what we're looking at, right? With that certain person, how it affects our long-term health. It'll affect everything, what we're doing, health just in general, our brain health, just everything. Our hormones are they play massively in how we feel, in how we, if we build muscle, if we lose muscle. Um, yeah, I mean, it should always be a priority to be optimizing our hormonal health. And that comes from nutrition and training and sleep and, stress management, all of that. So, yeah, I know it's my long winded answer.
No, that's great. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's awesome. Yeah. So that's basically that part of the question.
Mhm.